A champion's career arc, under ideal circumstances, goes something like this. Prospect turned phenom, turned challenger, turned that dude with the belts around his waist. But for some boxers, the elite among the elites, there's an even higher level that most champions never reach.
Look at them now, yo. Yeah, they don't understand, man. God dang. This shit just happened overnight.
You invested over 20 years.
Yeah, over 20 years.
Over 20 years.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
This Santa Cruz right here,
I can on my own.
Let it burn, baby. Let it burn.
mind over matter, son. Mind over matter.
This is the blues on.
Ain't nobody doing no shit like this. Come in the desert. Trying to stay away from the desert. He come in the desert.
Coming up here, I was always that kid that know when the time to buckle down and things like that. Like I know when it's time to get serious. I know how to focus. No matter what's going on around me. That's what made me so special and why I came so far.
Because allegedly, the boxing world has been sitting on the most explosive, carefully managed, strategically delayed rivalry in sports entertainment history. And the person at the center of it all is someone you thought you already knew. Except you don't. You really don't. Because Gervonta Tank Davis. Yes, that Tank. Davis has...
Chop, chop. Oh, good rim. I like the way y'all jump right back in it. That's right, make them jokers move. Make them jokers move. Oh, I love what I hear. Y'all making them sing.
For most of Davis's celebrated career, Ford and other trusted advisors remained in control. But now, those in camp can sense a shift in command.
Make them jokers move.
As the fighter himself begins to oversee everything, while aiming at the destiny he alone must fulfill.
There you go. I go there. Give it up for him, y'all.
has allegedly been operating on a completely different level of chess while everyone else was playing checkers, and I mean that literally, because sources close to the camp are allegedly saying that this man spent over 20 years quietly building something that isn't just a boxing career, it's a brand takeover. And the moment you understand that, everything.
I'm definitely taking this very seriously, but as I continue to get close to the fight, I'm just being myself. I feel good, you know what I mean? So, next second, it's definitely gonna be a exciting night for the sport of boxing.
When you ready? Yes.
Make sure no recording. No recording. No recording, gentlemen. Thank you.
The mega fight, that dance with destiny, is nearly at hand. And with both superstars in the fine-tuning stage, secrecy is crucial. That's why Davis made sparring the most important element of any camp, off limits to cameras. But his team's visible confidence hints at his readiness.
Hey, you have
Everything looks different, but wait, hold on. We're getting a breaking update right now. Fans online are going absolutely feral after footage from a recent training camp surfaced, showing a version of Tank Davis that nobody, and I mean nobody, was prepared for. A more focused, more dangerous, more locked-in version. And the speculation is that whatever happened in the last chapter of his career didn't break him. Allegedly, it rebuilt him into something scarier. And
You're happy, but you know deep down inside it's more to accomplish. That's how I feel as a fighter. Our job is never done. I want it all.
I ain't gonna lie, Coach. One of them got to be Shakur, because that's the one that's a 50-50 fight. I feel like that's the only one that's like, y'all, those are two God-level fighters.
Let me explain something. Shakur is a master boxer.
Yes.
True indeed. I know the kid, he was raised up with us, but he's a kid to us. You understand what I'm saying? But he's gonna get his just due.
Yeah.
He just have to focus on his.
And that's where the story gets deeply interesting. Because Calvin Ford, his trainer, the man who has been in his corner since Tank was literally a child on the streets of Baltimore, allegedly told people close to the situation that this version of Davis trains like a man who has something to prove not just a title to defend.
So, I'm vlogging another day, you know, in the life. Yeah, my guy.
Can I get a real pic with you?
Yes, come on.
Let me take this off real quick.
I'm vlogging right now.
Are you are?
Yeah.
You vlogging?
Yeah, you vlogging, champ.
Yeah, thank you.
That's
so
a nice
much.
deal.
You wanna get a picture?
We about to see how it is.
Thank you so much.
You know, I just out here vlogging.
And you need to sit with that for a second, because this isn't just athletic motivation. Allegedly, there's a bigger narrative being written here. One that the promoters, the networks, and yes, even the opponents have allegedly been aware of for months. And speaking of opponents, oh, we are so getting to Shakur Stevenson. Don't even worry. But first, I need you to understand something about the psychology of what's happening. Because
Is it just boxing beef or is it real beef? and if so, where did it originate from? I know it's a longer story, but just, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
whatever you can share.
It's kind of bigger than boxing, I guess you could say, because of like the history and like everything that done like went on. It's hard to even speak on it just because of the fact that we gotta fight. So at the end of the day,
you feel that's gonna happen?
Yeah, I know it's gonna happen. I mean, I'm the best, he the best. So you got two guys that's the best, how can you not fight? Only way you could not fight if one of them guys ain't like that and somebody go off to lose or somebody take a...
Tank Davis allegedly told people in his inner circle that his greatest weapon isn't his left hook. It's not his timing, it's not even his power. It's his mind, his ability to switch into a completely different mental state at exactly the right moment. And fans online are calling this the silent assassin switch. And I'm not even making that up. That's what they're calling it. Because allegedly there are sparring partners who have come out of private sessions with Davis. And the reports.
Both of us, we both fighters that's really good fighters and on that level.
From a boxing standpoint, what makes Tank Tank? We see the power, but it's gotta be more than that.
Nah, he's strategic. He's setting guys up. He been boxing since a little kid, just like I've been boxing since a little kid. And you can tell like with the experience, even with his last fight with Frank Martin, you can see Frank Martin was more so an amateur. Like the experience he got is not on the level of like Tank, and he just took off with experience. He let him waste his energy, gassed him out, and then round 8, okay, it's time to...
Suggests that what's happening behind those closed doors is not what the public is being shown. The sessions are private for a reason, the preparation is airtight for a reason. And this is where it gets uncomfortable, because some analysts are allegedly suggesting that the strategic secrecy around Tank's camp isn't just about fight preparation. It's about control. And that's the word that keeps coming up when people talk about this new chapter of Gervonta Davis, control.
I'd like to see that fight happen.
Whenever. I think that I'm ready for it, he ready for it, we both in our primes. It can happen next, it can happen next year, it can happen whenever he say, let's fight, that's when it's...
Not yet. You've been in the room with both of them.
Yeah, Shakur and Tank is gonna be the biggest fight in boxing in like the near future. Like it's gonna be like Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, but bigger, like way bigger. I feel like that's gonna be the biggest fight in boxing. I've been saying that since Gervonta for like his first main event in Baltimore, and then Shakur for like his first main event in North. I've been like, when I heard that like Shakur's going up to like 30, I already knew. I'm like, that's like gonna be the mega fight. Like that's the only fight I would want to see like in this like generation right now. That's like one of the biggest fights like I would want to see. That's the...
Because allegedly this man has stepped into a leadership role that nobody saw coming, taking control of his career, his image, his narrative. And if you think that's not connected to what's about to happen with Shakur Stevenson, then honey, you have not been paying attention. Breaking news interruption. Online speculation is now suggesting that behind-the-scenes negotiations for the Davis-Stevenson fight have allegedly been more complicated than any press conference would have you believe.
First of all, let me tell you what checkmate means for me with Shakur. Gervonta. And that's it. The only way he wins the game and gets the king in check is if he's playing with the king. And the king in the weight classes that he's in is named Gervonta Davis. And there's no way around doing that. And the only way that Shakur Stevenson is going to be considered the king and the best in those divisions, especially as an American fighter in the age group and the people that he's with, is
with sources allegedly hinting that both camps have been circling each other like two chess grandmasters who each think they're the ones setting the trap. And that's exactly the energy Shakur Stevenson brought to every single interview, because this man, calm, composed, almost eerily unbothered, allegedly, has a game plan so technical, so defensively sophisticated, that analysts are saying you cannot beat Shakur Stevenson with power alone. You have to outthink him.
But you're never going to be a king if you don't beat Gervonta Davis. It's just not going to happen. And to be honest with you, you may not be a king even if you do beat Gervonta Davis, because that's not how it works either. You really have to have the love of the boxing fans and the affection of the people around in the sport for you really to be that type of guy, for you to consider yourself to be the king. I mean, I wonder whether or not even Shakur could come back after a loss. You know what I mean? Like, you're not a king in the sport of boxing if you can't come back from.
And the online boxing community has allegedly been debating for months whether Tank's calculated aggression can crack a defense that has made other elite fighters look completely lost. And this is where the twist comes in that nobody is talking about. Allegedly, the reason this fight has felt inevitable for so long isn't because of fan demand, it's not because of network pressure. It's allegedly because both fighters privately understand that this is the fight that defines their legacy.
That's when it's checkmate. No time before that, Shakur, will it be checkmate. That's when you got the world on blast. You got it on lock when you beat him. So, if he ain't talking about that, then what else you gonna be talking about? Because next move, I already know what the next move is. First of all, let's talk about the fact that he has to say that he has a next move. That tells you something right there. As I've been telling you guys, and I maintain that I'm correct, that Turki Al-Sheikh and these guys do not have the money anymore.
The fight that settles the conversation once and for all, and Richardson Hitchens. Yes, Hitchens. Allegedly compared the scale of this matchup to the biggest mega fights in boxing history. And he didn't do that casually. He did it because allegedly the industry insiders know something the general public doesn't yet fully appreciate, which is that this fight isn't just 50-50 in terms of skill, it's 50-50 in terms of what it means for the entire division, the entire sport, and allegedly some promoters have been quietly terrified that if this fight doesn't happen soon, the moment passes, the window closes, and boxing misses what could be a generation-defining event. And speaking of generations, fans are allegedly saying online that Stevenson beating Davis would be the clearest, most undeniable path to becoming the face of the lightweight division. Not just a face, the face. And conversely, allegedly, Tank winning this fight would cement something that goes beyond titles. It would cement a story, a comeback story, a Baltimore story, a 20-plus years of grind and discipline and sacrifice story. And I need you to feel the weight of that, because this isn't celebrity drama for the sake of drama. This is allegedly two of the greatest fighters of their generation on a collision course that the sport needs. And I keep saying allegedly because everything in boxing, everything should be taken with context until the bell rings. But what fans online are not speculating about, what feels undeniably real, is the energy shift, the vibe shift, the way Tank Davis carries himself now versus even 18 months ago. And allegedly people who have been around him recently say there's a quietness to him now, a stillness. And in boxing, that stillness is usually the scariest thing you can see in an opponent. Because loud fighters are predictable, it's the quiet ones who are actually dangerous. And Stevenson knows this, which is allegedly why his public confidence has been so carefully measured, so precisely calibrated. Because allegedly Stevenson's entire approach to this fight, publicly and privately, is designed to be psychologically disorienting, calm against chaos, technical against explosive, and that stylistic clash is what makes this the most compelling matchup in boxing right now. And I know we've been building to this, but I need you to stay with me for one more second, because here is the twist that allegedly nobody saw coming. Reportedly, there were whispers in boxing circles that this fight almost didn't happen not once, not twice, but multiple times, for reasons that allegedly had nothing to do with contracts or money, and everything to do with timing, strategy, and the kind of behind-the-scenes power dynamics that the cameras never catch. And allegedly, the fact that we are now closer than ever to this fight happening is being credited, at least partially, to Tank's decision to take more ownership, more control of his career narrative, which brings us full circle back to the beginning, because everything allegedly connects: the mental focus, the private training, the comeback energy, the leadership shift, the strategic secrecy. It's allegedly all been building toward one moment, one fight, one night, that the sport has allegedly been quietly engineering for longer than any of us realized. And now for the twist that changes everything. Allegedly, according to online speculation that has been spreading like wildfire in boxing communities, the fighter who has the most to lose in this matchup might not be the one you think. And I'm going to let that land because allegedly when you look at career trajectories, legacy stakes, and what victory versus defeat would mean for each man's story, the narrative flips in a way that is genuinely shocking. And allegedly, that is why both camps are treating this fight with a level of seriousness that goes beyond sport. Because this isn't just a boxing match. Allegedly, it's a legacy auction, and only one man gets to walk away as the highest bidder. So tell me, in the comments, right now, is this Tank's coronation or Shakur's masterclass? Because allegedly boxing is about to give us the answer whether we're ready or not.